What's going on, guys? Mike with Iceberg Gaming. Today we've got something a little bit different. We've got Graced Houses of Calderia. And immediately I have one small critique of this game. There is no option for keeping the volume on when you tab out. This is not a huge deal, but like for me recording, especially like now I click away to check something and the sound turns on. So I have to click back to the game to keep the music on. But anyways, this is by developer Resistance Games and publisher Fire Squid, and they were kind enough to sponsor a video on the channel here. This game is releasing, this video will be posted on August 30th, and the game is releasing into early access on August 30th. And we have a sale. It is going to be, sorry, the music keeps cutting out because I keep tabbing over. A 20% sale for the first 7 days of early access. And this is a strategy type game. Think about like Paradox games like Grand Strategy or 4X type game like Civ, something like that. The closest thing that I can think of is probably Crusader Kings. Now, I've never actually played Crusader Kings myself, but I played a ton of Civ, a ton of Europa Universalis, so this is a little bit right up my alley. It's not something I usually cover on the channel, but it is something that that I enjoy. So anyways, let's get right into it. In the words of the developers, Great Houses of Calderia is a feudal grand strategy game focusing on family dynamics and stories. Use your family strengths to compete against rivals to rise in the ranks of Calderia. Produce, trade, scheme, bribe, and battle to build your legacy of power. Now, I played this game for about like 3 or 4 hours yesterday. Got pretty far into the game, and I kind of wanted to do a video showing off later in the game because generally with this type of game, the beginning is a little bit on the boring side, but I was not doing so well in that save, so we're going to start over with a new game. So you guys can see kind of the character creation, etc. I think that's going to be the best use of our time here, and I'll do a bunch of cuts and stuff and edit out all the boring parts. But anyways, we've got Calderia was once known as a paradise. However, the rulers of the old grew hungry for power and knowledge, and devastation followed. The exact reason for the downfall are long forgotten, and for centuries, Calderia was taboo and never visited again. When the new emperor learned of the lands, he disregarded the warnings of his council and granted a mandate for any noble house to claim parts of the land in his name. He appointed a viceroy to rule on his behalf, and after 2 generations, bickering has arisen. So, we've got a viceroy ruling the continents. We've got counts under him ruling over the barons, and we are going to be starting as a baron, and we are going to be House Icebergo. That sounds great. Let's continue. And now we have our first choice to make here. We can be peacemakers, idealists, warriors, isolationists, schemers, and scholars. So in my test playthrough, I started as scholars, and I kind of liked that for the faster upgrading and building. But I think I'm going to go with peacemaker for faster population this time. And now we have to choose our head of our family here. So this is an important choice. We have 4 choices here. Generally, I think the best idea is to go for the youngest, assuming their stats are relatively comparable. And in my opinion, so far, the best stat seems to be diplomacy. So we're going to give that a heavier weight than the other ones. And I'm leaning towards Aiden here. He is the youngest, and I actually like his stats the best. Venera has the best military and intrigue and economy, but Aiden seems to have the best balance, and his diplomacy is tied for highest with Aelden. Adelaide, I guess. But anyways, we're going to go with Aelden. He is going to be our head of household. And now we get to choose a coat of arms. There's lots of choices in here, so I'm going to go ahead and choose something for us that'll look good. I kind of like that. We got the eagle type deal with a nice crossed background. We're going to go with that. And now we get another choice, our origin. We can be among the first to arrive and get flatlands for high crops. We can get hillside. That unlocks crafters. We can get mountain ranges for more materials. And then we can be one of the last to arrive. And this is kind of a dice roll here. I'm going to take the flatlands because we're kind of leaning into the whole population here with our origin. And now we get a choice of which of these lands we can start in. So last time I picked this one. Marnico, and I think I'm going to go with that one again. So we're going to go ahead and choose Marnico, and we can leave it named Marnico. That's fine. Yes, we'll leave the tutorial on because I kind of suck at this game, and then you guys can kind of see what it's about. But anyways, we have the members of our house over here. We've got Aiden, Lonicio, Venera, Adelaide, Dalmau, Ines, and Aina. They are our starting house here. So we have, you can see some of them are married, and our head of household is unmarried. One of the things that I want to make a small critique of in early access here that hopefully they can maybe adjust is you can get married, and then you have to kind of do a little bit of combat to see if the person you're marrying will join your house or not. And this person is married. You can see they have a ring. They're actually married to Venera. So you court other houses, and then you have to do like quote unquote combat to get them to join your house. And if you lose, then you lose your character, and the character joins the other house. Oh, we have a child here. That's interesting. I didn't start with a child last time. Looks like we've got 2 unmarried people. And then who are you married to? Dalmo. Okay, so these 2 are married to each other, and these 2 are married to each other. I mean, these 2 are married to each other. There's our other single person. So we have a single female, and our head of household is a single male, and then we have a child and 2 married couples. So that's very cool. And here is our starting home, and we are a vassal to the Count of Zabata, and they are a vassal to the Duke of Gallon, and they are a vassal to the Viceroy. And so then we can go on back to our little house, and we can get started here. Yes, we did that already. We did that already. Okay, there we go. Click on our fiefdom. Yes, there we go. So the tutorial is a little bit confusing, but it's fine. So anyways, now we are in our province here, and we have to put our people to work. So to me, the key to victory with this game seems to be to have really good head of households and put them to work. Okay, this is getting annoying. Leave me alone. Yes, I know that. Yes, I know that. Okay. Drag and drop workers. Okay. Alright, we'll take a mason and make them a... There we go. Okay, so our population growth is according to happiness. So that is one of the reasons why I think diplomacy is so important. So our best diplomat is our head of household. So we're going to put him as the overseer for the farmers, because we have the most farmers. So the more happy they are, the more growth we will get. And we have no one working in the horses, but that's fine. Okay, yes, we know this. And we have to pay our workers, etc. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some more people into these slots. Where's our next best diplomat? Adelaide, you can be in charge of the masons. So now she is giving us 2 city growth. And now we have 2 per day. So that's going to take a while. And who's next? Okay, give me their stats. Give me their stats. See, sometimes the tooltips don't pop up. It's a little bit annoying. Hopefully they can get that fixed in early access. Okay, we'll put him in the keep. And you can go in... Ooh. Our miners are unhappy. Do we have anyone that can make the miners happy? What about you? No, you'll make them more unhappy than they are. Alright. So this one is a bad diplomat, so we're probably not going to want them to be doing anything. But that minus growth is not going to help our situation here. And then we can go ahead and build buildings. And these are just explaining all the icons here. We'll go over that as we go. So anyways, we can go through the different buildings here, or we can click on them here to get to them right away. And we can see we can do crop rotation, but we're short on materials. We can do a couple things in our masonry, but we are short on materials there as well. Same with herdsmen and miners. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to our main screen here. And we have a couple of objectives here. it wants us to send someone to visit our count, and we're going to send our head of household to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and go. And who do you want to visit? So it's only giving me one option, but in general, you want to find people that like you, and that'll be given by little icons next to you, next to their portraits. They'll be green if they like you. Oh, there we go. So he kind of likes us, but we don't really like him, but that's okay. So go ahead and send it. And there we go. Now we're back at our main screen here. This is where we'll be spending most of the time. Time only passes when you're at this screen, and you can go ahead and put it on 2 times or 4 times speed. And so it's generally a little bit slow at the beginning, so I do recommend you chalk it up to 4 times speed, especially because the game will pause anytime an event happens. So we're going to let this tick over a little bit and hopefully get enough materials to build something. There you go. See, the game paused when this happened. And so this is an event. We have to manage these, so we have a choice here. So Venera decides to spend some time in her garden. Upon arriving, she notices that something is amiss. There is a small flower that was not there before. So now we have a few choices here. The choices, anything that has a little icon on the side here means you're going to get a permanent buff to your kingdom if you do it. So we can examine the plant. It will be affected by our highlighted traits. So since she's a genius, that will help with that. The same with the second one here. We can leave it or we can examine it, or the whole greenhouse. I'm going to take this first one for this start tradition. Each building upgrade is 25% cheaper. We definitely want that. So let's go. And she is now curious and driven, which are good things, I believe. Anyways, now we're back at the main screen here, and it went right to a new event, and it's telling us about the visit here. Okay, I know this. During dinner at Verona, Sylvan asks Aiden to speak honestly about how House Zabato is viewed in our hometown. The request is polite, but he's obviously assessing our trustworthiness. How should we respond? Speak openly, and this is affected by our intrigue and their diplomacy. Or we can be vague, and that will compare our intrigue. Our intrigue is better than theirs, so we might want to go with this one. Or we can come up with stories and half-truths, which is decided by our military and our diplomacy, which are both decent, so this is also a good choice. But I'm going to go with be vague. And then we get a +4 opinion of our family and a +5 for a recent visit. So that's cool. They like us better now. And now we can check our objectives here. So this is the things on the side of the map on the screen here is what we're trying to work towards to advance down that tree. I don't really know yet what that does for us, but it seems to be something we want to do. So we're going to construct a building as soon as we have the points to do so. And I think we do have enough building materials to do something, but right now we got another event. Okay, so Loncio receives a letter, and it gives a shiver down his spine, noticing it was an invitation to a celebration that he has missed. How should he respond? If he writes an apology letter, we'll get less population to gain a worker, or if he sends a gift and apology, that will also do that. So we're not going to throw the invitation away because we're not jerks. So are we going to send a gift, or are we going to send just an apology? So just the apology gives the uses diplomacy and our average relations. Our average relation is good, and our highlighted trait, we don't have anything that's good there. So then the gift uses our economy and average relations plus highlighted traits. Again, the highlighted traits aren't a factor, so it's if we want to use economy or diplomacy. And I think we're going to send a gift. Excuse me. We lost a little bit of gold, but we gained a economy trait here, and with the ability to bribe, and our opinions have improved. So that's good. We'll go ahead and, oh yeah, we wanted to check out our buildings here. So let's see, what can we build? We can build a crop rotation, which gives us the profession vineyard. It will take us 25 days, and it will also improve our crops. We'll get 10% more crop yield. We can do treadwheel cranes in our masonry. This will give us plus 15% more materials, and we can do a wage increase if we so desire. We could also do sawmills, which give us 25% more resources, another worker slot, and another effort level. That's 43 days. I'm going to go with this because I find that these resources, especially the building materials, are very important to be getting things built, and the buildings are very important for keeping your resources up, which lets you do more things, and then you'll get more worker slots, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and build this. Yes. And we'll go ahead and go back to our main screen here and let time pass a little bit more. We're still not producing any horses, which is okay. We've got a little log of events that are happening down here. Some people are becoming friends. That's good. And our masonry is finished. We have completed the initial growth, and that is excellent, but nothing happens. So now we have to make a trade and send a court member to complete our next objective, but we have an event. So Dalmu is acting strange, and Ines is suspicious. So what are we going to do here? We can do discuss it with him, follow him, or wait for him to talk. And so this one uses average relation plus diplomacy. Her diplomacy is bad, so we're probably not going to want to do that. Compare intrigue. His is better, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to go wait for him to talk. So he breaks down and crying and admits that the... oh, he's been cheating. He's been a cheater. Not good. Not good. All right. That's fine. All right, so let's see what we want to do next. So it wants us to do a trade. I'm going to go ahead and slow the game down here for a second so we can figure out a trade. Oh, right, and we have our little child over here. We want to send our child out to do... She can't be a squire somewhere? She's 7. All right, let's try somewhere else then. What about here? No? What about you? You want... Here we go. Okay, so let's send a ward. You go be their ward. Warding lets them learn things better than if they just stay at home. And let's see, who has good stats that we want to learn from here? These both have about the same. This one's got better diplomacy. So we'll go with him. And go ahead and send it. Send it! So we've got 2 family members without tasks and 2 family members that are unmarried. So let's go ahead and assign Aiden back to the farming. And then who else is unassigned here? Dalmu, but his diplomacy is terrible. It's terrible. Is he unmarried? Or she? He, I think. Yeah, oh no, they're married. Alright, so we kind of want to try to... See, here's the thing about getting married, though. It's tough to win the little combat. Maybe too tough, in my opinion, until you get farther into the quote-unquote tech tree by building buildings. Okay, so we are trying to get taken in as a ward here, so we can try to make a good impression by singing a song, showing our talent with a sword, or saying how much we already know. So let's do this one because our little child here has the best intrigue of these 3 stats. So there we go. And she has been accepted as a ward. Very good. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and try to get someone married off. I'm not going to go with the head of household yet because I don't want to lose him. So, overseer. Aiden is coming to inspect the masons, which is overseen by Adelaide. Timing is bad for her. There's been some disconnect. She must... this kind of behavior must be repressed. We can use her diplomacy. We're going to go with the first one here. Negotiate. Oh, man, that was bad. -5 for 90 days. Boo. Okay. So I'm going to try to find someone to for Adelaide to court. So let's take a look around here. So we have good opinions with the Baron here and the Count here. Let's check this out. Okay, there's no one we can marry there. What about here? No one we can marry there. Okay, what about here? Nope, no courtship there. Okay, we'll take a look a bit farther then. How about the Viceroy? Nope. What about the Baron here? Here we go. Oh, that's our head of household, though. Alright, we're not going to do that, because I don't want to lose him. Let's try down here. Okay, here we go. Alright, so... Nessator is 19 years old. He's got really good stats. He would be an excellent addition to the house if we can pull him away. So we're going to try it. So we'll go ahead and send her to go court. And we'll close that for a second. Who else is... Ines has no task? What was Ines supposed to be doing? Nothing, because she's bad. uh, oh, man. We got really unlucky with our diplomacy levels for our people here. So I'm going to send someone to be a member of the court for a while over here. And let's send this one, because she's honestly kind of terrible at diplomacy. So here you go. Have fun. And in the meantime, we'll try to get this other objective taken care of and see if there's something we want to trade for. So they have extra materials, so I'm going to try to get some materials. Okay, that's... Yes, I know. I'm going to try to get some materials, and... Let's see, do they need anything? They need crops badly. And who was it that we were sending? Dalmu? Yeah. Preposterous. Buyer has stubborn. We have good relations, so that helps. See, we want this bar to be pretty close to the middle if we can get it. Okay. Go ahead and send it. And there we have finished ABCs of diplomacy. Excellent. Now we have to court someone, propose a marriage, and arrange a wedding. This is the hard part, the arrange the wedding part. That's the part where you have to win the combat to be able to do that. So we'll see what happens with our courting for Ines, see how that works. Terms of the agreement. So they're signing the contract, and we can abuse a technicality, or we can offer to correct it, or we can not mention it. Let's see. It's going to compare intrigue and economy if we do either of those. We have way better intrigue, but they have way better economy. If we offer to correct it, it compares diplomacy. Our diplomacy is better. So I'm going to do this one. Also, this should improve our relations since we're being nice to them. Oh, okay. Never mind. We'll take it. Very good. So we have done a trade. We should be getting some materials and losing some crops, which is fine. Okay, so our member of the court has arrived, and they have arranged a ball, so we can impress them with our skills. No, we cannot. Level 3 diplomacy. Or flirt while dancing, which uses our intrigue. We'll go for this one. And that makes everyone happy, so that's good. Alright, so Adelaide has found... Nestor has shown no interest, so let's see about improving that. So we can use intrigue and diplomacy. We can use diplomacy only and fate, or we can use house relations, which are okay. I'm gonna do the first one. And they are now talking insensibly, and they are smiling, so that's good. Our courtship is progressing. And let's speed the game back up again. Traveling pharmaconist. Okay, so Adelaide, what do we want to do here? There's a traveling merchant here. We can buy a love potion, which will be our diplomacy and highlighted traits. Salve for hair loss is also diplomacy. Or don't buy anything is intrigue. I'm going to buy the love potion since she is actively courting someone. Perfect choice for charming someone special. Okay, so she has gained curious and lost 20 gold. The smell is awful. She might have fallen for a hoax. Okay. Oh well, that's fine. The trade delegation ended successfully. Very good. We got all of our materials. We can actually build something now, but we'll check out this event first. So this is for our courting. They are at the theater. And we are trying to strike up a conversation. We can mock the troop by comparing military. Theirs is higher, so we're not going to do that. Praise the ingenuity. Compare diplomacy. Theirs is better, so we're not going to do that. And compare intrigues to get Nestor to say how much he likes it. So we'll do this one. And that gets him to open up and has improved their relations. So very good. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit to the propose the marriage so you guys can see that. Okay, so our courtship has progressed, and we now have a message over here that Adelaide can get married. So now we're going to go ahead and send the marriage proposal, and we'll see what happens. We still have Dalmo with no task, but we don't want him to do anything because his diplomacy is bad, and that will just make the we could put him in here with the herdsman, and that will give us a little bit more livestock per day, but then that's going to give us -1 to our city growth, and we really want to keep the city growth up because this gives us more workers to slot in here, which gives us more resources. So we're going to take him out of there, and that will give us a little bit of city growth. Our city is growing very slowly. It's growing better when Adelaide is here to slot in there, but for now, I think we'll slot in him. Oh, that didn't help. All right, fine. Whatever, that's fine. We'll just grow slowly for now. So we've sent our marriage proposal, and we should be getting the event here shortly. And there it is. Let's go ahead and click on it. So now they're sitting across from each other, discussing their marriage, and we have to try to convince them to join our house, or we can let Adelia join their house, or we can say we don't want to get married. This will form an alliance between our two houses and strengthen our family's relations. So we're going to try to convince Nestor to join the house, but I have a feeling this is going to go badly, but we'll give it a try. So now this is the quote-unquote combat of the game here. It's led by characters, and we get little friends. We can also auto-resolve, but in my opinion, the auto-resolve doesn't seem to work that great. This is our top priority, though. There are no other choices, but this is our top priority. We want to arrange the wedding and have Nestor join House Icebergo. So now we have our companions here that can join us in our quote-unquote combat. There's a limit to the number we can use. I don't know what that number is based off of, but it's fine. So there are 4 different categories, and they kind of rock, paper, scissors, as you can see. And they have attack and defense. And when we're ready, we're not ready. We don't want to do this. So in general, this number here, the higher it is, the better. So we're obviously going to take the physician, and that gives us 1 military. So they have a competency of 12 with 1 diplomacy and 3 military. Diplomacy is weak to trade. So do we have someone with trade? We do not. Oh wait, this one's trade. So we're going to take the accountant. Bonus against military. And then we get 1 more choice. We can do a confidant, a comitatus, or a counselor. And I don't know which to take here. So they have 1 diplomacy. So if we take an intrigue, we don't... yeah, we do have an intrigue. She gets a bonus against diplomacy, so we'll take her. Okay. And we can auto-resolve, but that doesn't seem to go well. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, cancel. No, we need 4 out of... We'll take everybody. So let's see. What do we want to take here? We'll take... Let's take the... This guy, Counselor, seems to have better stats, so we'll take him. And now we can auto-resolve. Oh, man. They have competency 12. We've only got competency 6. All right. Well, bye-bye, Adelaide. She's going to be leaving the house. But anyways, we'll give this a try so you guys can see the quote-unquote combat of the game. Hover over... See... I don't know how to get this to go away. This is the problem. Oh, here we go. Okay, our units begin on the green. Theirs begin on the red. Yes. All right, so we're going to bring our big boy out here. This is our leader. This is the one that would be getting married. This one has the highest stats. We'll bring that one out. And let's bring out... Who do we got down here? Oh, man. How do they have such good people so early in the game? This is a level 3. This is level 4. Jeez, we're going to get smoked here. But we'll bring out the accountant. And we only have 3 starting nodes, so we can't field anyone yet. So let's go ahead and continue. And basically, we just have to move people forward. We're going to try to get to their end zone, and they're going to try to get to ours. And they're going to fight as we go. Alright, so go forward. Go forth, my minions, and we'll bring you in and bring you in. Wait, what happened? Oh. Okay. Alright, now let's pause. Bring you in here. Bring you in here. Oops. No, you go there. You go there. You go there. And then you come in here, and you come in there. You go to there. You attack. You attack. You go to there. What the heck was that noise? Okay. You attack. You attack. 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 And let's see. Where do we want to fill this one in? Oh man, our accountant just got wiped. Which one is that? Her? Alright, you move in there. Oh, this one got wiped too. Alright, can we... We can't bring him back in. Oh, no, don't do that. No. No. Okay. We're losing pretty badly here. Alright, and there goes our confidant. Come back in, confidant. No. Alright, she's there. No. Oh, man. Things are not going well for our hero. Alright, Adelaide is out, and the physician is out. Come back in. Quickly. Can you come back in? No, we're done. We lost this. We're gonna lose Adelaide. Yeah, there goes our physician. Man, we got smoked. Yep, they've already got one of our points here. This one's about to fall. Yep, we lost. Alright, so we're losing one of our best characters here, which is very unfortunate, but whatever, it's fine. Elderly, so Loncio is now old. Happy birthday. And there's one more thing I want to show before we end the video. Oh, here it is. This is what I wanted to show you. So every year, I think it is, we get summoned to the Emperor, and he will rank everybody. So we're gonna send Aiden over to get ranked. And Losenio says it feels empty, so we can get the priestesses for her insight or a philosopher for wisdom. His intrigue is better, so we're going to go with the philosopher. And now he's poised and confident, which is very good. Anyways, I'm going to fast forward until the ranking happens. And now our boy is leaving. Safe journey. And a little while later, he has arrived. Now he's going to hang out with the other houses and wait. So now we're waiting for the rank selection is in 70 days. 8 of 35 people have arrived, so we'll skip forward to that after we see what this is. Aina has turned 10, which marks the end of her wardship. She can now become a squire. So let's go ahead and send... Oh, what happy birthday. Yes. All right, so now we're going to slow this down and try to find someone that's going to take her in as a squire. And looks like they will. So let's go ahead and send her. And let's see who looks good here. We're going to learn from Dalmau. Go ahead and become their squire. And now we're going to fast forward these next 50 days. Oh, marriage range fail. The wedding is off. They failed to fulfill their obligation in arranging and paying for the proceedings. Oh, so they just, like, didn't arrange the marriage. So we get Adelaide back. So now we can try to marry her off to someone else. And hopefully they'll have less good stats, and we can get them to join us instead. But we're still waiting for 30 more days here. But that's funny. I like that. I wish that happened more often. Greetings in a letter. Adelaide receives a letter from a friend. Has a problem they're embarrassed about. Let's do intrigue, diplomacy and intrigue, or diplomacy. Let's find out more. She's the friend is interested in a married person, so we warn them off, and we've gained the trait bridge builder. Excellent. +2. Ooh, that is excellent. +2 diplomacy. Very good. And we're still waiting for 60 more days. And here we go. We have to select the ranks of Calderia. So let's begin the selection. And now this is, I forget the name of the feature, but I remember something similar to this in like Civ. So anyways, we're going to pick the rank that we want to fight for. And I have never successfully won one of these. But I like the Goodwill, Herald of Goodwill best. So I'm going to go for that. And hopefully no one strong comes and takes that from us. Seems like no one else wants that, which is good for us. Oh, okay, so we only have 2 people fighting against us, and one of them is stronger right now, and the other is weaker. So to win this, we need farmers, freeholders, herdsmen. We also need good diplomacy and economy skill, and we also need to try to get appeals. We can also fight in wars, but we're not going to do that. But for right now, we'll go ahead and close that. Oops. And I'm going to try to send an appeal. So if we go into our diplomacy here, we can do appeal for rank. So we're going to ask Falco to endorse us as the rank that we're going for. We're going to send Aiden, and they're going to go ahead and negotiate. And so we'll catch back up when that event happens. And our delegation has arrived, so let's see what happens here. So we have to try to convince them. We can pay them to make negotiations easier. And I think we'll go ahead and do that. So this is our top choice, and this is our second choice. So let's go ahead and... Okay, they have competency 5, so we might actually be able to win this one. So let's take a look. We can bring 4 people. So obviously we're going to bring our rank 3 guy, definitely. And we're also going to just bring intrigue... We'll take a well-balanced team, and we have competency 6, so we might actually win this thing. I could auto-resolve, and we'll go ahead and auto-resolve, see what happens, and we have lost. Man, that's what I'm talking about. The auto-resolve doesn't seem to work that well, or either that or I don't really know what's happening. So this guy wants us to endorse them for court librarian, and if we do, they'll like us more. Or we can refuse, or we can try to get them to pay, but this has never worked out in my experience. So let's go ahead and say yes to make them happy, because this is not one we're fighting for anyway. So they're happy now. Anyway, so we have to try to win a bunch of those appeals, and then we get the rank that we were going for. But since we already lost one, I'm not going to worry too much about it. And someone else wants us to Herald of Goodwill. That's the one we want, so we're going to refuse. They say there's not any bad blood, but we'll see. We have another upgrade we can build, so we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and end the episode. So let's see, we can do Castilian crenellations to give us archers. Communal Cross will give us a higher city size, but right now we want bonus production. Anything we want to do right now is bonus production. This is 15% more building materials, but it's going to take 100 days. That's a good idea, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so there we go. This is the Great Houses of Calderia. If you are interested, I will have a link for you down in the description where you can get the game for yourself. It is in early access as of today. So let me know if you try it. Let me know if you like it. Thank you so much again to the developers for sponsoring the video. And again, it is on sale for 7 days. So get it now if you're interested. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.